Happy Mojo Monday, everybody. This video was originally filmed 2 years ago when I was new to the freelance game. If you guys want to join up Video Production Plus, now is the time to do it. Click the link in my description and use code MOJO, all caps, for 20% off your first month. This code expires in 48 hours from now, so I'd go quickly and join. Alright, enough of me talking. Happy Mojo Monday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out, everybody.
Where have you been other than the barbershop thing? Anything you want to talk about?
Other than the scuba diving dude, John.
Yeah, John, of course, we're gonna give him a text, right?
Right. Other than that, no, not really.
With the scuba diving guy.
Right.
You haven't responded to him, right? We're gonna give him a response.
Right.
Cool. Can you re-inform me on how things went down? You hit him up,
Yeah.
you got the number, and he said, cool, let's arrange a time next week, blah blah blah. And then he hasn't heard from you since, right?
So it was actually on email. Remember we sent that follow-up.
Yeah, no. I remember on the email he gave you the number and then said
So
whatever.
that night after the follow-up, his
Yeah.
video got demonetized.
Okay.
So then he asked me, because he doesn't really know anything
Yeah.
about YouTube. So he asked me if it's better to take the video down completely, or is there a
Hello?
way to remove the video. So I told him it's better to take the video down, edit it out, and he said, okay, I just deleted it. I use Filmora, and it has it has music on there. How do I know if it's like, if I can use it or not? And then he said, can you text me, and then gave me the number. So
Okay.
then I said, awesome, man. I said, you can look up non-copyright music on YouTube or whatever. So there's an actual channel called Non-Copyright Music NCS. You can download music from there. So then from there, I stopped emailing him, and I just went to the text. So then I said, I emailed you about the music you can use. He said, thank you. He said he's not really good with anything like this. And then
That's standard.
I snuck it in, and I said, where is it? I said, hey, by the way, I said, are you free to hop on a call one of these days to discuss the editing position? If not, then it's totally cool. And then I put an emoji, and he said, yes, absolutely. Let's talk next week if that's okay. I said, that's perfect.
Cool. So fantastic. So it's Monday. What's his name?
John.
John. Yeah. Morning, John. Excited to chat this week. Let me know when you're free. Boom. Easy.
That's it?
That's it. And he's gonna he runs a fucking scuba diving company. He's got a family. He's there. He's there. You know, he responds to you relatively straightforward, I assume, right? He's probably an old guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool, dude. Matches energy. What's up, John? Monday morning. Excited to chat. Let me know when you're free. He's gonna read that shit and go, awesome, dope. I'm free at 3 p.m. And he really sweet.
Right. So no exclamation points though?
No explanation points. Just, or you could be like, "What's up, John?" With exclamation point, like just like you're excited. You know, like fucking, "What's up, John? Monday morning, excited to chat. Let me know when you're free." Period. Don't let me know when you're free. Straightforward. Like,
Boom. And it's sent.
fuck yeah,
Now,
awesome.
on the call, how do we go
Mhm.
about this?
So the call. What are the deliverables? What is the reason for the call? Start with that. The reason for the call.
Reason
Tell
for
me.
the call is seeing if I can get an editing position.
Cool, but you're not seeing. You have services to provide. You are interviewing him as much as he's interviewing you. You're trying to find out, like, dude, what are you paying for this job? Like, what's this? What's that? You know, like, there's a list of things you want to know from him to qualify. He might say, listen, I'm paying nothing. I expect you to do it for free. All right, well, you know what, John? That's actually not an opportunity I'm in the market for right now. I'm so sorry. I actually might be able to find you someone, you know, my little brother might be able to, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
so, there's a few things that you need ticked off. That's kind of secondary because you are more just worried about like, fuck, how do I like land him, right? So
Right.
in that case, you're not trying to the thing I see young dudes get stuck on when they're going into a call is they think it's like, you know, you're like taking advantage of someone or like fucking stealing their money or you have to like convince them. You're offering a completely legitimate service that he's in demand for. Like he's in demand of the services you're offering. The first thing is like you don't have to feel, you know, fucking scared or like nervous
Right.
or anything like that.
Mhm.
Just walk up, you're taking a call, you're talking to a dude, there's things that you need qualified, right? AKA the price, how much of a commitment during the week this is going to be for you, etc. And then you are also finding out what he wants from you. So it's literally just a conversation. What are the deliverables that you want from me? Okay, cool. The best way to justify price. just so you're aware,
Yeah.
right, is rather than pull a price out of thin air, because I feel like that was a thing for me when I was negotiating prices. Like, are they gonna be,
Right.
fucking, how are they gonna believe in this price? You justify any price by hourly rate. So if you are gonna do so you want to charge them 150, right?
Right. Yep.
150, then you can legitimately seem like a boss on a call if you do this shit. All right, cool. What's the scope of your job? YouTube. Okay, cool. Well, I'm $30 an hour, right? That's what I charge for video editing. Just so you're aware, I'm $30 an hour. Wait, what? It's probably gonna be about 4 hours of editing, maybe an hour of touch-ups. Call it 5 hours. Okay, 5 times 30, it's $150, John. So be about 5 hours. We can just call it $150.
Yeah.
You get to your number by justifying it through your hourly rate.
Okay.
Right? Because that makes fucking sense to somebody. If I'm
Yeah.
talking to you and I'm like, bro, can you make me a video? Oh, sure, I'm 300. Like, where? Like, who the fuck picked that price, dude? Like, yeah, 300. Versus, like, okay, cool. I'm $30 an hour. It's probably going to take like 8 hours, but there's usually 2 hours of polishing. So call it 10 hours of work, $30 an hour, $300. You're like, cool, bro. I see how you fucking got there. Dope.
Right.
Like, that makes sense. I feel confident paying your rate right now because I can fucking see that shit. Like, that's awesome. When I was shooting for clubs, that was 25 pounds an hour, which is around like $35 an hour, something like that. And like, again, what's my rate? Okay, cool. It's going to be about 6 hours of shooting, 25 times 6. Cool. It's about like fucking 150. Then it's going to be at least 4 hours of editing at least, right? So let's call it 10 hours, 10 times 25. All right, 250 pounds. I'll come out there and film the club. So main framework, one, you're providing a legit service, not conning anybody, so you don't have to feel pressure. One, right? You might not feel that. Tell me, you might not, but I used to feel that shit when I was on calls, to be totally honest with you. I'd be like, fuck, bro, motherfucker probably thinks I'm pulling numbers out of thin air. Because I've gone through all this shit on my own journey, right? Cool. Those are your 4 points, bro. These are the 4 things that if I was your age and I was going into a client call, that would be the 4 things I would want to tell to myself.
Okay. But I don't have to charge
Mhm.
150 for every client, right?
No, not at all, bro. I mean, the thing with rates is they're like flexible, right? You make your rates up, right? If I told you I'm 250 for a club, right? If
Right now you are?
yeah, I don't shoot anymore, right?
Oh,
I don't shoot anymore, right? But the rate I ended on 2 years ago, I've been out of the active videography game, was 250 pounds for the club, right? Come down there, shoot, and then come home and edit. That's like $350 dollars, something like that, to come down for like 10 hours of work, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't shoot anything anymore. I'm looking to do some passion projects later in the year, but because it's a passion project, I have to really fucking want to do it. So I'm like trying to cherry pick something I really want to start putting together. But yeah, the thing with prices, they're completely flexible. So you might have one person who you're going to charge one rate to, another person you think they got more budget. How come you say that? What's the main like challenge in your head when you say that?
I'm just trying to understand rates and how long I should be charging for, like, per hour. If the dude sends me like a bunch of clips, how much do I up it? Like, I don't know how much to up it.
Yeah.
Like every hour of footage he sends me.
No. So hourly rate is like how many hours you are spending working on this.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when you go to work at fucking, if I quit everything right now, I went to work at fucking McDonald's. They give me like $15 an hour. Is it $12 an hour, something like that? You don't know, like your hourly rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is it at McDonald's?
Over here,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
How much?
You can be a manager for 24, I think.
A manager of McDonald's for $24 an hour?
It's insane. A regular worker is making $18 an hour.
Yeah. Okay. So not that much of a fucking increase. That's pretty mad. But that's it, right? Is that is your hourly rate is the thing you multiply by the amount of fucking hours you think it's going to take, right? So I don't mean like an hourly rate as in like you're going to edit an hour of footage and that's like $30 per like hour of footage you edit or whatever. And these prices are like flexible. You might be like, Jack, bro, that's fucking like dirt. I need to charge this and charge that. I'm just giving you like a framework of what to work around. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The safest bet with prices is when you're like, beggars can't be choosers. So land any fucking work you can to start off with, which is what we're trying to do here. We get you in the door with any rates we really can to get the ball rolling and get social proof and track record,
Yeah.
and then we just increase them from a position of strength. So when I had my bills paid and I had my consistent clients and I was kind of busy, quote unquote, I would put the rates up for new business coming in the door, right? It's
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, clients at the bottom more get outgrown than converted to higher paying clients, to be totally honest.
He's calling me right now.
Is he?
Yeah,
Cool. You want to do it?
I'll do it.
You're gonna crush it.
All right.
I can see it in your eyes.
All right. You gonna stay on call?
Of course, bro.
All right,
Of
all right,
course.
all right. Here we go, here we go.
Come on, crush. You've got the script in front of you, baby, but you don't have to stick to the script.
Hey, good
Chat
morning,
to-
John.